So where are you from?
I'm from a country called Nepal. It's a small country between India and China. It's a very poor country.
I think everybody knows Nepal because, well, it has a history and it has also the Everest. Yeah.
Yeah.
There. I think they call the Nepal the roof of the world, something like that.
Yeah, the roof of the world. There's a lot of mountains, and second largest country with water resources, like lots of rivers after the Brazil.
Okay.
Nepal is second, like lots of rivers, and because there are a lot of mountains, so like when they melt, there got to be a lot of rivers and all. So most of the people live in down here in the
Okay.
plains, yeah, but still a lot of people live in the mountains as well. To be precise, like let's say like a village and all is because like those people over there, they don't have proper transportation, electricity, satellite, no phone, nothing like that. So
And
even the common things that we take for granted, like coffee, sugar, things like that, they don't have it over there. So there are times when people like young people, like they used to go somewhere over there, and on the way we pick up like a couple of kgs of sugar, biscuits, things like that, just the common things, and we give it to them. And you know, those type of places, they have like weeds going all over there. So people who want to smoke weeds and all, just give it them, and they used to bring back a sack of weeds. That's nothing for them. That it's just like common grass, so they can't do nothing. But for people over there, they can sell it over back in the town as well.
so they give you weed, for instance, and you
If
give
they
them
want weed,
sugar.
or like if you want like orange, apple, milk, things like that, you know, they got farms and all. They have yak. You know yak?
It's the animal.
Yeah, like cow and beef, but like bigger, really big.
Okay.
They live in like snowy mountains.
I made a small research because I didn't know a lot about Nepal before I met you, and it's very interesting, like the history, like how they say Buddha originated from Nepal,
Yeah, Buddha was born in Nepal.
but I saw that it's only 10% of Buddhists
Yeah,
in Nepal. It's not the common religion there.
the country, like most of the is like Hindu country.
Yeah.
So like 80% is like Hindu, 10% maybe Buddhism, and the remaining like Muslim and Christian. Something like that, yeah.
Something else that was interesting to me is how the country has a lot of different, like
Different castes.
different. Yeah, they have classes.
Like me, I'm Shrestha, yeah. So some other people, they are Rai, Gurung, Thapa. There's like lots of castes, like a clan, something like that. So every different caste, like clan, they have like their own language, to be precise. For the older generation, like most of like my grandmother, grandfather, they used to talk in our language, like in my caste language. But my
Okay.
dad, me, we don't know.
All
We
right.
can't
So
talk.
this is in the past, kinda.
Yeah,
But
but still some people like older generation, they still talk in their language,
yeah.
but it's kind of lost now. Nobody really
Okay.
talks. Most of the people from our country is like Mongolian descendants.
Uh huh. I was thinking lately how technology is affecting our everyday life, and it takes us away from nature. Like, for instance, very simple things like the street lights. When we start having electricity and lights everywhere in the city, that you look up in the sky at night and you no longer see the stars. And I remember when I was young, I was going to my country house that was close to the sea, and at night we would go to the sea and chill and smoke and stuff like that. And we were always laying down because there you have no lights in the beach, and looking up to the stars, and you can see all this magnificence, you know, of nature. And now it's taken away from us. And also, I've been reading a lot about some guys like gurus and stuff like that say that it's important to feel with your bare feet the land, and it makes a big difference. And I was thinking that I've never felt the land with my bare hands for a lot of years, you know, because I'm always wearing shoes, I'm always walking in the streets, in the pavement. I lost my contact with nature kinda, because you have this background that you were raised in Nepal, and I believe you had a lot of contact with nature.
Yeah,
back there,
because like
right?
we still, even we go back, we don't really wear shoes, we use slippers everywhere. Because my hometown is, the weather is like really good. Even like you said before, technology, like we used to be, when we were young, even like for my personal self, I didn't have a cell phone until 2003, 4, something like that.
Okay.
So before that, we used to hang around like, because we never used to be at home. We always used to be around like doing something like playing. Even if we don't have nothing, we used to climb around in the trees. We used to look for the foods to like eat, like lychees, kitchis, cherries, things like that. And even if we don't have cell phone, we always know where we can find our friends. Like, because every time, a certain time every day, we used to meet in a certain place. Even if we're home today and we want to go find our friends, and if we know like if we go there, we'll find them over there.
Yeah.
But now the technology is almost like, if you don't have a cell phone, you can't find
You're
anyone.
lost.
Yeah, we used to have like bicycles, when we were a kid, and we used to go to the like neighboring town. We used to ride around like for like half hour, 45 minutes. Because when we were going down, it was like slope, so it was really easy. Like we used to go like go down like in 45 minutes, and when we used to come back, we used to like 2 hours. We could see the slope like this. And one of our friends, he used to have like the gear bike, so he can like go really easy. You can change the gear, but we didn't have like the gear. We have like the BMX bikes.
BMX and
Yeah.
mountain.
We didn't have any care about those times, about the future. Even if we don't have any money, like when we used to be kid, my daily lunch money was like $10. That's like 10p. So for $10, I used to in our school canteen we get like dumplings, 5 dumplings for $5, and another fried noodles for $5. They used to give in a plastic wrap. So even for $10, we could be like full at that time. But when my dad used to come, like he used to come like once a year, and like for a month. So when he used to come, he used to give me like $50 every day. So that's like, oh, I'm rich. For $50, that's like 50p. I'm rich. And I used to go there and buy the food and drink Coke and all that. I used to share with my friends. Oh, he's loaded now. The only time we used to be loaded was when your dad used to come. Like, our country is fucked up, so like the government doesn't give a fuck. So not everything was like ruined. Like there's no proper roads. So what our forefathers did, like they had an organization over there. So like it's better. It's if you just chip in a little bit of money from every house, it's not that much. If you chip in a little bit, we ain't gonna like go bankrupt or something. So let's chip in everything and start doing something for our community. So they start doing that, and then everybody start doing it. So like now, there's like every corner there's a pitch road, nice shoes.
But it comes like the people make the roads.
Yeah.
Not the
The
government.
government doesn't do shit. If you want to do something, you have to do it by yourself. For all people nowadays, even when I was over there, the only thing, the first priority, the first thing that comes in life is to go to army.
Okay.
That's the best choice of a career. You have to be physically fit. That's the thing. You have to have education. But now the competition is so fucking high. It's like the benchmark has gone so high. It's not possible for most of the people.
Because everybody has the same plan. And
Yeah.
the competition is huge.
Yeah, because like in our country, there's no point working. It's very, very hard job. Work for like 10, 12 hours, $150 a month, something like that. That was like my fucking pocket money every month. So why the hell should I work? Like that's my pocket money getting, cause like in my hometown, like everybody's parents is like they're abroad, like in UK, Australia, Canada. So they used to send us pocket money every month because my dad, mom, they were both abroad. So we have to like, they have to send us pocket money. Other people, they say like from our hometown, they used to call us like rich brats, Because like most of the
Yeah.
parents, like they are both, they send us pocket money. Your house is empty. You can do whatever you want, wherever you go on. Everybody's got a bike, and then they're always roaming around. They always have money in their pockets. So that's what they used to think. To be honest, it was kind of like that as well. But luckily for us, like it was not difficult. Like life was good. To be honest, when my dad got in the army, yeah, before I was 10, I've been to like 6, 7 countries already.
Whoa.
So half of my life, I've been roaming around the world. So it was good. The veterans over here, they started suing the government over here. They were treated unfairly because like
Yeah.
the people over here, like the white people who were in the army,
They were
getting paid more. The
way
pension
more.
were like way more. Even the wives were getting paid when they were away from the husband. Their child are getting proper education, you know.
And they're
And
doing
they
the
were
same
like-
job.
Yeah, the same job, everything. And like my dad was getting like a month. The pension was like how much? Fucking 160 pounds something a month. And how can you?
Give 10 times the
Yeah, and like just think
To the
about
other-
160 pounds a month. How can you run your family for everything with 160 pounds? And then there's a lot of people, there's a lot of old people who got the Victoria Cross, the VCs.
Okay.
That's like the highest honor a queen can give to someone. And they are those people are the one who got VCs are like homeless back in the country. So they started suing the country, and then they were like really, really sly. They were like really, really clever. So instead of giving the money they owe to us, they started giving the citizenship and the indefinite.
Okay.
So they thought, and then people started coming over here. They're selling the
I
homes,
see.
the lands, everything from there, and then bringing the money over here.
Yeah, I've heard it before that for governments, it's like a big deal that the money you get from your job, they circulate in the country. And when you have people like immigrants or stuff like that, that they earn money here and they send it back to their houses, like they don't circulate a lot in the country. And this is a big deal also, like for countries that have a lot of tourism, like in Greece, we depend a lot of tourism, is that people come from other countries and they spend their money in Greece, and they bring money from other countries, something like that. So it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is, but like
And
our
they
country
try
is
to-
so fucked up that whatever the money comes, all the guys who are on the top, like the minister, prime minister, everything goes in their pocket.
Yeah.
There's even a joke in our country. They say like, you know, our country prime minister went to the US prime minister, US, yeah, and they said like, oh, your house is so good, so nice. How did you make so much money? And the US prime minister said, do you see the bridge over there? Yeah, there was supposed to be one small bridge over there. I just didn't build that and took the money in my pocket. And then when it comes to our country, and I said, oh, your house is even bigger than mine, you're even nicer than. How did you make so much money that your country is so poor? Do you see the land over there? Yeah. There was supposed to be a really big bridge and all, dams and all, but I didn't build that. I put everything in our pocket.
Man. Even in Greece, we complain about stuff, about the government and all this shit, but we have roads, we have electricity, we have internet, we have technology. And when I hear that there is a country that they don't even have basic stuff like that, they don't have roads, I'm like, man, I feel like I shouldn't complain that much, you know?
When I went to one of my friend's village, we had to travel for like a whole day in the bus, and I have to travel like walk 8-9 hours in the mountains. And then when I reached over there, and then they said like, you want tea and all? I said, okay, yeah. And they made a really nice tea, like pure milk, nice milk tea. And I had a sip, and I was like, something is wrong. I had another sip. There's no sugar. And I was like, dude, do you have sugar in your tea? And they said, I was like, I was like, what? Do you have sugar in your tea? Tell me, man. don't know. And then the guy from other like, sugar is like a lavish thing over here, something like that. Because there are no shops over here. With one shop, like you have to work for like half an hour, and you barely have anything over there. Because to get the things, just like when I have to work 9 hours to reach over there, they have to go down 9 hours to get things and walk back again 9 hours to come over here.
Have you been there? Like, are you going back like once every year or?
No, I came here at 2009. The only time I went back was 2017. And still I haven't gone back. So in my mind, the prices and everything I had from back those times. A pack of cigarettes was like 60, 70 bucks when I was there. Now it's like 200 bucks. The price has gone so high. It's like, no.
But it's still very cheap compared to for us, for instance.
Now it's almost the same as over here, like going western over here, and there it's almost same. The price keeps getting high because the goods from India keep getting blocked. So when something is shortage, when the demand is high, the price goes high.
Yeah, of course. But the people that work there, they can't keep up with this, right?
Hell no.
So the common thing is that somebody from the family works abroad and they send money back to the family.
That's
This
why,
is the
like,
common thing.
Yeah. Everybody wants to go abroad because there's nothing left in the country. There's no money to be made.
There.
So most of the people now, they're going to the Gulf countries like Qatar, Dubai, and they work so hard. Sometimes they have to work like 15 hours, 16 hours. Some people have died overworking. Some people got in the prison just because they wanted their wages. Because as soon as they go over there, those guys in there from the Gulf countries, like they take their passport. The first thing they do, they take their passport. So when they don't have their passport, they can't go back. They can't prove they're legally working over there. And then they can do whatever they want. They make them work for like, some people said I haven't got my wages for like 6 months.
Man.
And when they ask for the money, the people who have connection with the police and all, they started beating them and they put them in the jail. There's so many things happen like that, so many people. Even in our country, there are people who make fake agencies and they say, we're going to send you to this country and blah, blah, give us, they bring the money and all, they take it and run away. There's so many cases like that. Every month you see a new case like that.
Man.
My mom was supposed to go back this month.
Okay.
Now they're saying back in home, they don't even have the running water nowadays.
Man.
People are like, the running water comes for like 2 hours a day, and people are on the queue for just to take the water. They're queuing with the buckets and all just to get the water. So what's the point going back? There's no running water. The electricity used to go out for like 10, 12 hours a day. And people used to walk around with mobile and the charger. So whenever the electricity comes, wherever they are, they used to plug it in and they charge it. Our country is like the second richest country in the water resources. If we want, we can generate so much electricity, then we can export it to all over the world. But the people, the government, the prime minister and all the help, the projects that comes, the money that comes, they put it in the pocket. So there's nothing.
So your whole family now is here. You don't have family left behind.
I have my relatives, but my family is here.
Yeah, you can communicate with them. Like they have cell phones, they use internet and stuff like that.
Yeah, Facebook, Bible.
Before my grandfather that moved to another country to work, he was only writing letters by hand and sending to his wife and his kids, and they would communicate only like that. Now we have the technology that I can video call my mother and talk to her. We have a connection. So at the same time, I feel like it isolates me. On the train, I stay on my phone all the time. Or when I go home, I have moments that I stay on my laptop and I do my work or whatever. and I'm isolating myself from my girlfriend, but we are in the same space. It's very weird to find the balance. Do you feel like more distant from nature here than there?
Over here, like most of the people, when they're off or something, they're either on the phone or computer, in the TV, things like that. But back in home, like even if we go now, we will usually be outside. We go around or meet friends, but most of the time we'll be outside.
Interacting with each
Yeah,
other.
interacting
than,
with others.
isolating on the
People prefer
phones
to
and-
interact with each other more than staying home, because that's how we grew up.
You told me you traveled a lot, like to go to a different village that they are isolated in the mountains or something, that you have to travel 9 hours by feet and stuff like that. Were you afraid that if something happens, nobody can find you and stuff like that?
Yeah, those things are possible, but it never came in my mind, because usually when we used to go, there's like we have to go through like cliffs. Sometimes when you see down, you can see dead. Oh, that's dead over there. That's because the cliffs, there were roads so narrow and so small. Then if you slip, then you'll fall down, and even your body you'd never be found. You have to travel.
And you
those
saw
kind
dead
of-
bodies like that? You saw dead bodies on the way there?
Yeah.
What?
The people from that place used to already come down over here to get us, so they can show us the roads properly.
Oh
So
yeah.
we don't have the phone and all connection and all. Sometimes we used to buy satellite phones,
Oh man.
so we can get connection
okay.
over there, because the normal network cells they couldn't reach. But there are places I've seen, like people have to go. Just to go to school, they have to travel like 2 or 3 hours. A bridge that is hung with a rope, and there's a trolley like that over there. They sit on the trolley, and they pull the rope, and that's how they go.
There is a crime or violence. Like, is there police? Are people afraid to do crimes, or they are free to do whatever they want?
Now it's a little bit more strict, because now the police are like they're trying to do the job now.
Okay.
Now, but when I was back in the I used to feel like nobody can touch me.
Okay.
To be honest, because I even used to feel like even if I murder someone, if I kill someone, I can walk away with it. Those times were it was like that, because I've seen it, because one of my friends, because back in 2002, I went to make the passport.
Okay.
So usually, to make a passport, you have to wait for 15 days. When you apply for the passport, fill the form, to wait for 15 days, go back after 15 days, pay the money and all, and then after 5 days, you're going to get the passport. Usually it's 20, 25 days. I went to make the passport, fill the application. My dad sent one of his friends with me, and he knew a lot of high people over there. So he just paid the passport money, and in an hour I got my passport. And at the same time, there was one of my friends. He was there to make the passport as well. He was running away to Hong Kong. I was going to Brunei, he was going to Hong Kong. And he was in the case where some of his friends, there was a gang fight over there.
Okay.
So he and some of his friends, they got into a fight with the guy, and they stabbed him, and he died.
Okay.
And the person who died, his father was in a really high position, in the army.
Okay.
He was in a major or something. So he was politically involved in a very high place. So if someone killed your son, of course you won't let it go. So fortunately, when the case was still going on, they bailed him out. And when they bailed him out, within a couple of days, he sent him to Hong Kong.
He wanted to get a passport.
Yeah, he managed to get the passport. When I was there, he was there to get the passport as well. So in a couple of days, he went to Hong Kong, and the case got closed, because nobody got properly arrested. So that's how it used to be. So those times were there was no love, to be honest. within like if you did really if you did quickly, like if you got arrested or thing, you pay some money, you get out, and then you run away for like a couple of months. And when the case gets cold, officer who is in charge gets transferred something, then you come back. It was really easy because like even if you don't go abroad, you go to some village, like at the heart, your ancestors' village something, and nobody can find it. And if a village go to the village over there, places like that, there is no law because like there hardly a police station over there. Like even if there is a police station, there's like hardly maybe 10, 12 police officers over there. And those kind of places, like the whole villages, they have a unity over there.
Yeah.
So if the whole villagers come there, they can't do shit. Yeah. Even if they have a fight, okay, the whole village can kill the whole police station and bury them over there. Then nobody was gonna find out. If nobody's gonna report it, then who's gonna fucking find out?
Man, that's crazy. Every village is like their own community, right?
Yeah. The first time when I went to my village, when my grandfather he grew up in that village. So when I went there, my grandfather's brother, he showed me like, you see all these, there was like farms, like fields, like where they grow vegetation and all. They said like, this is all ours. I said like, up to where? I said like, up to where you can see. I was like, what? This is all ours? Yeah. And I can see like, I can't put a distance like there's like, he said like up to where you can see. Then we're fucking rich, innit? There's no money over there in those kind of places. But if the amount of field that we have, that's in like in the plains like where we live, then we'll be fucking millionaires.
Back in Nepal, a cow is considered to be a holy animal.
Yeah, because the cow is the national animal. So if someone kills a cow, it's more brutal than killing a man. Okay. So if someone kills a cow, then the punishment is even more harsher than killing a person.
Do you eat cow here? Cow meat you can eat, or
I can eat.
Okay.
But I don't prefer. I don't like it.
They have a hierarchy with people.
The hierarchy comes from the age. In our culture, like.
Okay. So you have to respect older men.
Yes. They say like someone who is older than me, if I know, then we say if the guys say die, that means older brother. Younger brother is like bye.
Okay. So you change the way you speak to them as well?
Yeah. We have to show more respect, the way we talk, the way we call to people who are older than us. Okay. There's still some people like my younger brother and his friends. If I'm sitting like this, they don't smoke in front of me.
Oh, I see.
Things like that. Even now, I still don't smoke in front of my father.
I remember when I started smoking, because I started smoking in a very young age as well. I kept it secret from my parents. After 18 years old, I felt comfortable smoking in front of my father. And I felt it like a connection, like now we can bond a bit more. I felt like we can sit down as friends finally, to be not equals exactly, but it was a big deal for me. But I understand this thing, respect that.
Like for me, my father never liked smoking.
Okay, so he's not a smoker?
No.
Okay,
so
that's different.
Even till now, he says like, if you can, then just quit. But like for drinking and all, from our culture, like it's good. Like everything we do, like every occasion, whether it's religious or not, we always have alcohol. So for the drinks, it never bothered us because we've been drinking from the very young age.
Okay.
So even you're just a little kid, there's alcohol all around. So like, even if it's something religious and all, they give us the alcohol just to hold, even if you don't drink when you're a kid. So from a very young age, when I was like 15 or 16, they used to give me couple of cans to beer to drink. So he used to say, if you can, just don't smoke, have a drink.
Have this feeling. I have it like, for instance, for Greece compared to here. I feel like Greece is like 20 or 30 years behind London. For instance, very simple stuff here. I never touched real money for 2 years here because everywhere I go, even transportation, you just tap with a card or with your phone, and that's it. You don't have to buy tickets. You don't have to use cash, and I don't use cash at all. I realized at some point it's been 2 years and I never touched cash here. In Greece, they go towards that, but it's not there yet. There's other stuff as well, cultural stuff, that here you walk around as you want. You can be covered in tattoos, you can be color your hair, do whatever you want, and nobody cares.
Yeah.
They don't look at you weirdly. In Greece, I feel like they're trying to go there, but they're not there yet. Still, if you go with a weird appearance outside, people will still look at you. A stupid story, I was with my phone on the metro in Greece recently, last time I went, and I was on my phone watching a video in the metro with my headphones, and it was kind of packed, and there is a guy in front of me doing that, putting his face between me and the phone and checking what am I looking for. I got so pissed, man. I was thinking that, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, this is not normal, you know?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
here, nobody would have done that, to go like that in your privacy and check what you are watching. Like, small things like that I feel like Greece is like 20 or 30 years behind London. You have this feeling?
Over there back in my country?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
Of course, it's way bigger.
Yeah, because
everything is
like-
magnified, right?
our country is like really poor country. Like there are places, the people, some people who haven't seen mobile phones. Our next door neighbors used to come to our house to watch TV because they don't have TV in
they
the
don't.
home. That's how it used to be. So yeah, there are a lot of places like that. If you give them the phone to play a game or watch a video, they'll be like really happy. Like kid gets a new toy, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of amazing.
Have a story like that because in Greece all the males will have to go to the army. From people that they were shepherds, stuff like that, they lived in a small village in a mountain or something, and they never went out, and they had to go first time out to go to the army. And there was a guy that never saw the sea and never went out of his village, and he saw for the first time technology, cars, all this stuff. They say they put him headphones to listen to music. He listened to music for the first time in his life. Before that, he only knew these things that they play there, you know. And when they put the headphones and they put some classical songs to him, he started weeping and he started crying because he couldn't handle all the emotions and all the stuff.
No, because like there's a lot of cases like that in my home as well.
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up.
Yep.
Thank you so much
No worries,
for
man.
the stories and everything.
No worries.